The Fourfold report used to inform Council's Transport Committee helps explain the divide in public opinion around the Esplanade closure. Scrolling through the report, we see smiling faces, activation highlights, and a strong focus on programmed events across the first 4 months of the trial. These include the launch event, event-based activations, school holiday programs, curated entertainment and wellness activities, the Halloween event, community-led workshops and sports, and kids' activities, all supported, promoted, and funded. And to be clear, people attended these events and many enjoyed them. That is not in dispute. But economies don't run on sentiment. They run on numbers. So let's look at the numbers presented in the report. 3,000, 2,800, 160, 700, 170, 5,000, 300, 80, and 550. That is a total of 12,760 attendees across the entire activation program over 4 months. Now let's put that into context. Over approximately 120 days, that equates to around 100 people per day. At the same time, the closure diverts approximately 9,000 vehicle movements per day from the Esplanade. So over the same 4-month period, 12,760 people were attracted to the area, and over 1 million people in cars were diverted. Extrapolated to a per year figure, this means around 38,280 people were attracted and 3 million were sent to the highway. 2 million locals, 1 million visitors diverted away from the commercial centre. Even allowing for repeat trips, the scale of difference is unmistakable. To put that in perspective, 38,000 people is roughly one busy Saturday in Surfers Paradise. If we remove the 2 major events, the launch and Halloween, the remaining activation total drops to 4,760 people across 4 months. That is about half a single day of normal traffic through the same location. These are not external estimates. These are drawn directly from Council's own report and stated numbers. And they reveal something critical. The scale of activity introduced is a tiny percentage of the scale of activity removed. There are also claims that people in cars don't stop and spend, which is like saying you should close the bridge to Pacific Fair shopping centre, or that everyone passing a shop must buy something. Movement is not separate from economic activity, it drives it. Many of those vehicles would have become pedestrians, parking, browsing, dining, spending. Removing that flow doesn't remove demand, it sends it somewhere else. And it has a separate impact. Those who no longer travel through the area are disconnecting from the suburb, economically and emotionally. There are also claims of increased foot traffic and spending, but the comparison period includes natural disaster recovery from Cyclone Alfred. Growth from a suppressed baseline is not the same as net improvement. And finally, the way feedback is collected matters. On-site QR code surveys capture those who are present and not those who are no longer passing through. Those diverted are excluded, those attending activations are overrepresented. This creates a built-in bias in the results. But once again, economies don't run on opinion, they run on numbers. The Fourfold report on casual browse gives an impression of success, but the reality is in its stated numbers. Heavily promoted and supported activity has drawn in approximately 1% of regular organic activity. This is the removal of a high-volume, continuous economic system and its replacement with low volume, intermittent activity. That is not revitalisation. It is contraction. And the evidence for that is sitting in the numbers, in the Council's own report.